Good afternoon, ASY BSc student. Today we are going to discuss on the chapter 2, the systems of classification from botany paper first, semester first, BO 231. We already discussed about the two systems of classification. The one is the system which is known as artificial system of classification, which was proposed by the Carl Linnaeus in 18th century, and this due to the lack of more information in this system was rejected by the scientist, and later on the in the 18th, end of the 18th century and starting of the 19th century, the system, that is natural system, was proposed by Bentham and Hooker, and this system was proposed by these two scientists. And due to the more information, that is maximum information, was taken under consideration in this system, and the plants are discussed on on the basis of maximum possible characters. And so throughout the world, the natural system of classification was accepted. We already discussed about these all things. So today we are going to discuss on the third system of classification, which is known as the phylogenetic system. The name itself indicates that phylogenetic system is nothing but the evolutionary system, and this system is totally based on the evolution, that is something may happens or something may converts from the previous one. So this information is given in this system, and what it says, that is this system requires the previous data. It requires the fossil records, and on the basis of this data or fossil records, this system can be elaborated, this system can be discussed by the scientist. But due to the lack of information, this system is also rejected by the scientists. So today we are going to discuss and concentrate on this system, phylogenetic system of classification. The theories of organic evolution put forth by Darwin, that is this system is the Darwinian system, and as well as by the Wallace. It is now universally accepted by biologists that the existing form of life are the product of evolutionary processes, that is something may forms by the previous one, that is due to the evolutionary trends, the something may develop from the others. This system is nothing but the post Darwin system based on the genetical and ancestral relationship. The classification system proposed on the basis of genetical information and relationships, and hence the system is known as the phylogenetic, because it is post Darwinian, and Darwinian system is totally based on the evolution. So this system is somewhat as a Darwinian system, and what it indicates, it indicates that something may happens from the others, something may creates from the others, and so this information is it requires some evidences, and so this system is the phylogenetic system. But due to the incomplete fossil records, that is due to the incomplete information, it is very difficult to classify the plants on the basis of only evolutionary principles. That is, evolutionary principles are there, but on the basis of these evolutionary principles, it requires the fossil record, it requires the evidences, it requires the data, and such information was not there. So this system it was very difficult. So at present, plants are classified partly on the basis of the natural system of classification and partly on the basis of phylogeny. Phylogeny in the sense they have the information, that is the monocot may develop from the dicot. This is the one type of the example, and evolutionary classification is nothing but the phylogenetic system. This system was proposed in at the end of the 18th century and starting of the 19th century, or the above the 19th, or we can say the 20th century. So at the end of the 18th century, or at the starting of the 19th century, this system was proposed by the Adolf Engler and the Prandtl, that is Karl Prandtl. These were the two German botanists published a new system of classification in their book, that is Die Natural Plasm Familia, in 20th volume, and this 20th volume was written in or published in 1887 and 1899. The natural plasm familian means the identification of the genera plants from primitive algae to the advanced seed plants, that is the angiosperm. Means in this system, that is this system have the one type of the important is there, or it is very proud feeling system is there, that is all possible information regarding, or all groups are discussed in this one, starting from the microscopic algae to the large plant like the angiosperms. The angiospermic families were arranged according to the increasing complexity of the flowers, fruits and seeds, that is from simplicity to the complexity. Such type of the arrangement is found in this system. Since 19 or it becomes very popular, and in Europe and America it becomes very difficult. It becomes very dominant key and description all families from algae to composite. It is used for the such purposes. For each family, the characters are taken or collected, that is morphological, anatomical, embryological and geographical distribution is also given in this system, that is the maximum morphological character is there, anatomical character is there, embryological character is not only the these all, but where these plants are found, these all information is found in this system. The description and bibliography were also given in this book, that is lastly it is provided by the references. Then pay attention here how this system was proposed. In this system, the Engler and Prandtl used the terms for different ranks or the taxa. The term order was replaced by the term family. Order were grouped under the classes and classes under the subdivision and subdivision under the division. The classification of Embryophyta Siphonogamma according to the Engler and Prandtl is given as follows. The Embryophyta Siphonogamma is nothing but the seed plants, and these seed plants, first of all, seed bearing plants of the group is divided into the subdivision. Which are these subdivision? At one hand, the gymnospermy and the angiospermy. Gymnospermy is the group of the plants, as we already discussed about these all. The gymnospermy is a naked seeded group of the plants, that is ovule is always naked and it remains as it is on the megasporophyll. So angiospermic group of the plants, it is the ovules are enclosed in the ovary and the flowers are so attractive. So these angiospermy is divides, or angiospermy is furtherly divides into the class. Which are those class? At one hand, monocotyledony and dicotyledony. What is meaning of this one? Single cotyledon in the seed and two cotyledons in the seed. Then it is divided into the two subclasses, that is Archiclamidae and Metaclamidae, on the basis of nature of the flower, that is flowers are united or flowers are free, depends on that, that is the polypetally or gamopetally. It is divided into the Archiclamidae and Metaclamidae. So it is the actual classification of this system. In this system, they assume that the dicots and monocots have been originated from the some extinct group of the gymnosperm. Means they may be, they say that there is the evolution of the dicot and monocot from the evolution from the gymnosperm. That is, as the pteridophytes are evolved from the bryophytes, or the gymnosperms are evolved by the pteridophytes. The same thing is there, that is dicot and monocots have been originated from the some extinct group of the gymnosperm. Monocots are regarded more primitive than the dicot. They considered as a monocot as a more primitive as compared to the dicot. And the family Compositae, that is known as the Asteraceae, this Compositae is considered to be most advanced among the dicotyledons, especially in the seed plants or in the large group of the plants. And polypetally and apetally place in one group, that is Archiclamidae. Polypetally and apetally, that is polypetal means petals are free and apetal means without petal. They are grouped under the Archiclamidae, which is the next group of the plant. Then merits and demerits of the Engler and Prandtl system, that is the phylogenetic system of classification. So first merit of this system is that it is phylogenetic system, and in this system plant groups are arranged according to the evolutionary affinities, in which primitive group followed by the advanced group. Means as they compare with the ancestors, or as they compare with the previous plants, so there is such certain information is required, certain evidences must be required, but only they have seen that, or they are given the information, that is primitive groups followed by the advanced group, or evolutionary evidences or evolutionary strands is there, and the advanced group is the new one, and the primitive group is the older one. The main and the chief merit of this system is that the classification of entire plant kingdom is into bacteria, algae, fungi, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm is done in this system. Then next merit of this system is that the system provides the modern taxonomic key for the identification of each group of the plant, because the plants are arranged about the alphabetical manner. One more thing, they have the information, that is the geographical information is there, morphological information is there, anatomical information is there. So if you require the identification of the plants, any type of the plants, then we can easily reach towards this one. And it also provides, due to the morphological character, due to the anatomical character, due to the embryological character, it is very easy to identify the particular plant. Then gymnosperms are treated as a separate group of the plants. Its position is before the angiosperm, that is when the dicot and monocot is considered as one group, and then before to that gymnosperm is treated as a separate group, and then again angiosperm is divided into the monocot and dicot. So the position before angiosperm is very accurate, it is very rational, because gymnosperm is primitive, pteridophytes is primitive than the gymnosperm, then bryophyte is primitive than the pteridophytes, and the remaining fungi, algae are primitive than the this bryophyte. So as compared to this, or as like that, the gymnosperms are treated as a separate group. Its position is before angiosperm is very accurate and is accordance to the modern concept of the evolution. Then next one, the family Umbelliferae, which is the this Coriandrum indicum. This is a member of family of this family, is placed at the top of subclass Archiclamidae. This is the one more character, one more merits. The position of Compositae or Asteraceae as the last family of dicot, that is Metaclamidae, is very logical, because it is evolved family, it is advanced family, it is newly formed family. Then anatomical data were taken into consideration in this system of classification for the first time. That is before to that, that is in the artificial system, in the natural system, they gets focused, or scientists gets focused on the morphological characters. But here the morpho, instead of the, or additional to the anatomical morphological character, embryology, then anatomy is taken under consideration first time. And the simplicity of flower is due to the reduction and not due to the primitiveness. Flower, that is the previous character is the simplicity. So simplicity of the flower is due to the reduction and not due to the primitiveness. This is the one more advantage or the merit. Then we are going to discuss, or we are going to focus on the demerits or limitations of the Engler and Prandtl system. That is, first one is the monocot are considered primitive to the dicot, which is not correct according to the evolutionary evidences. That is, according to the evolution in the natural system of classification given by the Bentham and Hooker, it says that the dicotyledonous plant, or the that is the mini system, says that the dicotyledonous plants are more primitive and the monocot plants are advanced. But here in this system, that is phylogenetic system, monocots are considered primitive to the dicot. So it is not correct according to the evolution, because the monocot is evolved family group. Monocot is advanced group of the plants, which was indicated, which was discussed in the system of classification, that is natural system of classification. The concept of primitive flower, that is the unisexual flower or the apetalous flower, against the modern concept of evolution. So concept of primitive flower is, that is unisexual flower, is against the concept of evolution. Then combining apetalous families with polypetalous family to form a Archiclamidae is not a desirable. One more thing, that is system is not so much practical utility, because due to the evolutionary information, due to the lack of evolutionary information, due to the less information, this system is totally based on the certain information of the evolution, but such information is not there. So this system is again rejected, and only natural system of classification is taken under consideration. Thank you very much. Then stay home, stay safe. Thank you.